Hello, happy Tuesday. Today's video is for the voice teachers out there. Of course, you can watch this if you're a singer too, or a friend or anybody. But this is for the voice teachers. And what I want to talk about is something that came up with a new friend of mine. She runs a music school in the area here. She's a cellist, but she's also now got this super thriving music school. It's quite impressive. And we were talking about our policies. I was complimenting her on her policies as a music school because her particular policies are a lot stricter than what I've seen at other music schools, independent music schools, like School of Rock, things like that. Her makeup lessons are a lot stricter. She doesn't actually give any makeup lessons, but she has her teachers and herself, because she teaches as well, record a lesson or something for the student to do during their actual lesson time if they can't make it, and then send it to them in video form. So, and we were talking about, how all of our own particular studio policies, me for my students and her for her music school, were just formed because of things that people did to us, as students. So like my 24-hour cancellation policy that I have that states that I need 24 hours notice for my student to cancel a lesson, or the full lesson fee is due. I didn't have that when I first started teaching, and it's usually not an issue, but there will always be somebody who comes along who, whether or not they mean it, takes advantage of your time as a teacher, and will continue to do so until you put some strong boundaries in place. So one of the things that I've struggled with is learning how to have strong boundaries and also be loving. But what I have found and what I've read and researched about is that, and I've seen this in my personal life too, the people in my life who are the most open and loving are the people with the firmest boundaries. Isn't that interesting? I'm thinking of teachers, voice teachers of mine, friends, and it's like, with me, I am able to be more available to my students during their lesson time. I have more energy overall, and joy for my job, because I'm not allowing myself to be taken advantage of. I'm not giving away my time for free, or letting people run all over me doing a bunch of makeup lessons. And again, I don't think anyone does it maliciously. They just don't think about probably your time. So that brings me to one other point. Let's see, it just flew out of my head. Nope, it's not going to come back. Okay, well, welcome to my world. Yeah, I myself have missed a lesson and had to pay for it. It wasn't a lesson, it was actually like an $80 massage. And it was a massage therapist that I had been seeing forever and who was so kind and so wonderful. She was also a singer and she'd been an SLP. She's just amazing. Such a great fit for me for a massage therapist. But I remember I slept through one of our sessions, meaning I didn't wake up in time to get there. And I texted her and was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she texted back, okay, I understand. Happens to all of us. Remember that the full fee is due because it's less than 24 hours notice. And she said it in a nice way, but I've always remembered that, the pain of losing that $80 and not making it, but also the respect for her continuing to hold that boundary. So I try to do the same with my students. So voice teachers who are closer to the beginning of your career, or maybe it's just closer to the beginning of your time where you're starting to set some boundaries, just know there's nothing wrong with that. It actually benefits not only you, but your students in the long run, because then you're not feeling bitter, resentful, taken advantage of. You know, people can feel that in your energy. So that's all I have to say about that today. I want to point out this pretty painting behind me. I wonder if I can zoom in. Nope, that's not how that works. I'll just hold it like that. And that table back there, that's an antique sewing table that I got. I think it was like $5. The inside is all gutted out, or maybe it's an antique radio table, but I just love it. I think it's really cool. Okay, I'm going to pause there. Thank you for being here and listening. And if you think of anything that you want to hear me talk about, or questions that you have, or I don't know, I even thought of maybe putting together a little workshop or course or something like that for teachers who could use this kind of information. Just let me know if that sounds like something that would be of help to you, something that you'd be interested in, and I'll think about it. Okay, happy Tuesday. Bye.